All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful, is it Thursday? Wait a second. Let me check the calendar. It's Wednesday. God bless y'all in Jesus' name on this beautiful Wednesday. We are live and we are attempting once again to short the exact top of Bitcoin. All right. We are attempting to short the exact top of Bitcoin. The very simple reason as to why I am in this short trade, guys, is because number one, we were planning for it in the Casper crew. All right. There's a CDW at 71,974. Yesterday, I said there's only two trades I'm looking for if the CDW doesn't happen. Trade number one was, of course, a long from our box. All right. That's not true. I was looking for a fake out of this, a long from the box, and a short from here. All right, those are the only three trades. And as I said yesterday, it is against the law to watch a CDW happen and not take the trade. Now, I'll be totally honest with you guys. This juicy entry here was luck. I'll just be honest. I don't know how I ended up like such a sniper entry like that. That was insane. But basically, you know, we come up, we take the level. I must have happened different on the Bybit chart as I was watching this happen here. We just tap into that level. And I said, you know what? I might as well go for it, right? We've got our trade, the short trade from yesterday, obviously is closed out for a $6,000 profit. We had our juicy long, 13 grand. All right, now we're in a new short trade. I locked in a $3,000 profit. This is a juicy entry. Can you imagine if this is the top? If this is the top, I'll be so proud of myself for getting this sniper entry from the setup given in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. I mean, is that not precision? Is that not precision? 71,974.8. 71,174.8. 71,974.8. That is precision, man. You know, that is precise. You know, we take a look at the chart that we were looking at yesterday, and would you look at that? That is precise, right? A long trade from here and a short trade from here. That is precise, man. And they say technical analysis doesn't work. I mean, come on. Come on, that's precision right there. But you can see we've gotten a CDW of the high, 71,974. And now we're coming back to try and bounce from the high volume node. Guys, it is critical. All right, I'm just going to be honest here when I say this is absolutely critical. All right, look me in the eye. Look at the bottom teeth. Look at the top teeth. I know what you're thinking. Jason, why have you never been to a dentist a day in your life? The reality is, guys, when I was 12 years old, they tried to take me to a dentist and fix my teeth. And I said, no, I'm not going to let you pull my teeth out, you dentist. I punched her right in the face. Kabam! She fell on the floor. I took the Novocaine shot that she was going to use on my teeth. I jabbed her right in the neck. Yeah! She was laying there totally numb. She couldn't feel her neck at all. She's like, I have no neck. Help! My neck is numb. Help! I'm like, ha 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 ha. That's what you get for pulling my teeth. And I took the teeth and I bit her arm. Like a wild animal. And I ran out of that dentist office and I never went back again. Make sure to like the stream. Make sure to smash the likes. All right. Make sure to smash up the likes as we are attempting to short once again the exact top of Bitcoin. All right. Now, of course, we're still in the long trades, guys, as well. So let's not get crazy over here. You know, let's keep things serious. After all, this is the most serious crypto YouTube channel in the world. Okay, we got to give a major shout to everybody in the chat. First of all, major shout to 20 Yeshwanth. Love from India. We'll love right back at you from tropical paradise. Shout out to Jay Becker. He says, hey, y'all, God bless. Hit them likes. Shout out to Genage. He bought. Dump it, baby. Shout out to Splash Fire Films. He says, blessings to everybody in the name of Yeshua. Shout out to Crypto Pump It. Shout out to Shark Vins. Shout out to Splash Fire Films. Yeah, the weighted vest is back. Shout out to Nick Chad. He says, Jason's car looks different today. Green screen ain't working today, brother. We ain't got no green screen today. We ain't got no green screen today. All right. Shouts to Splash Fire Films. Shouts to Chris. Natural teeth equals character, says Ganage06. Shout out to my man here. Let me see if I can pronounce. Arvind Make One. 2028 says Big Short. No low time frame bear divs on that short. Yeah. Honestly, I'll be totally honest with you guys. When I took this short trade, I did not even look at the chart. I did not even look at the chart. I'm going to be honest with you. I said, you know what? I'm ultra long. I'm ultra in profit. I'm going to just take this short. I don't even care. I'll just be totally honest. I was half asleep, delirious, literally delirious when I took this short. You guys have to understand, I have been driving for 48 hours. All right. I've been trading and driving and streaming and peeing and drinking and blinging for 48 hours. And I was delirious when this happened. But I said, look, it's now or never. Because if we reclaim 72,000, guys, we are going straight to Pump City. Straight to Pump City, baby. Better put a stop loss on this. All right, so let's dive into the chart, guys. You know, this is some serious business, by the way. You know, this is some serious business. I don't want to pretend like this is just all about going to the dentist, biting her in the arm. You know, but let me see something. Where is that other? This is the trading view chart. All right, the trading view chart is here, and then let's get on the other account here on AX, baby. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. Shout out to Antarctic Exchange, by the way. All right, yeah. So look, we're still in the longs. And, you know, yesterday I took that stupid long trade from the chat right before the 618. I got stopped out of my trade that I had planned to take. And then I was driving and I had to FOMO in. I had to FOMO into a long trade. Instead of longing the actual level I had in the chart at 69,002, I could have had a ninja entry on that. I had to wait until we were basically breaking out of this little range here to long. So I did get into a long from there. The long, I did hit a TP on that, lock in a nice little profit. It's actually not so little. It's actually a $3,500 profit. And yeah, so yesterday, the trades that I took, the one I took, the loss was this one here. It ended up being a $1,000 loss. Whoop. And then, of course, this was the one I was in yesterday during the stream, and this one. Okay, but look, that's the thing. Like, that's why it's so important to plan for your dang trades, right? Because when price comes to your level, that's where it's probably going to happen. That's why I always tell people, look, don't try and front run your levels. You know, I took a poll in the chat, and obviously I knew the risk I was taking, right? It was just for fun on YouTube, right? But we took a long trade from here, and I said, really, we're going to long right here before the exact level that we have on the chart. And of course, that trade got stopped out. Then we come down to the 618. I'm driving, and when we stop for gas, I'm like, of course, I'm stopped out. I should have put my stop loss below the low, because what's funny is I would have had a better entry if I just held this trade here. But you can't do that, because then, you know, then you're risking too much. But so this is such a critical area for Bitcoin, guys. I'm telling you, let's pop over to TradingView and discuss like how important this is, because like I said, man, if the Bitcoin price does break out of 72,000, the probabilities are that the low was in down here at 67.9, all right? From 67.9, yeah, from 67.9. $67.9. This could be a higher low. So let's talk about it. All right. So, I'm gonna clear off the chart a bit. Let's go to the daily. Let's start in the daily. All right, because again, we've been chopping in this range. This has been Chop City, and you guys have seen me flop and grope as far as my bias, right? As far as my bias, you guys have seen me go bearish and bullish and bearish and bullish. Now here's why. All right, I just want to make it abundantly clear. Hang on, let me fix these screens here. I want to make it abundantly clear why I've flip-flopped so much. It is because I'm not here to predict. I'm just here to talk about what is most probable in certain conditions. Trading is about if-then scenarios. It's not about predictions. If I see this, then this is the action I will take. Which is why I was able to, even though I'm not here making accurate predictions, you got other people on YouTube making predictions, whatever, all right? I was able to short here, long here, short here, long here, and short here, because I was able to react to what was happening in real time. And so I can have my bias, but at the end of the day, as a trader, it's about reacting to what's happening in the moment. And you're using the levels on the chart to say, okay, if this happens, then I can expect continuation or a rejection, okay? By the way, most of these trades were given in the moment in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, all right? The longs, the shorts, most of them were given in the moment in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. So this is not just me taking the trade alone. This is me telling the community, I'm taking a trade here, all right? And it's because when you see something happening at your level, you have a reason to take a trade, and you have a valid reason to enter the market. That's the first thing you need for the trade. You have an invalidation, which is the second thing you need for a trade. Where do you get out if you're wrong? And you have your eventual target, which is where you get out if you're right. All right. Now you can see here that this is our sideways range. We've been trading this since the 6th of February, 2026. And we are in the middle of a bear market, which is characterized by range and drop. All right. You've got your range, and then you've got your drop after the fake out of the range, right? We fake out the high of the range, we drop, we start to form a new range, right? We get a fake out of the high of the range and then drop. Now we start to form a new range. Well, guess what? Why was I so bearish twice? I was bearish twice because we formed a range and we got a fake out of the high. So of course we say the pattern's repeating, right? But we came down to value area low at 65,000 and you know, we longed it in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. We took the dang long trade. It's still open, by the way, right? From $65,000, 65,790. We got the long open from 65,790 up right now. Up right now, 11 grand. All right, from 65,790 set up, given in advance, trade. Given in the moment that I took this position, we were able to react and say, you know what? I know that we were expecting a breakdown from the range, but now that we're at support, now that we're at value area low, there are bullish signs on the chart that make me have a valid long setup here. And because I have a valid long setup here, well, what does that mean? It means I have a place to know when I'm wrong, right? You're risking very little. When you have a valid trade setup, it's okay to catch a knife because you're like, look, we're at very key support. If we don't bounce from here immediately, I know I'm wrong. So you can put your stop loss underneath the low, right? And then you target eventually to the top of the range. It gives you a beautiful risk to reward ratio where you're literally risking 1 to potentially make 11. Risking $100 to make 1,100. Risking $1,000 to make 11,000, right? Risked $1,000, made 11,000, okay? And so then what happens is we get to move back to the top of the range once again, and we get the fake out. Now in the Casper Crew, we did short from up here at 74 something, but then we came down to this area, and this area again, it was a key support. And when we came down here, we recognized it was a key support. All right, there were two possibilities for getting long here. I decided to take the aggressive entry because we got the reclaim of the POC. And that ended up giving us a big news-induced pump back to the value area high of the range. Now, again, there are a few ways to look at this. Way number one is this. We are making higher lows, and this is our next higher low. We're holding key support after holding key support after holding key support, right? That first low that we made there, if we pull the fib from the low to the high, that was right at the Fibonacci golden pocket 786. That's key support. The second low, right at the value area low of the range, that's key support. Our third low right now, right at the high volume node, that is key support. And we are right now printing a green dot on the daily, which does have the power to break us out. Now, the reason why I say we're at a line in the sand right here is because what happened to us on Monday morning was a news-induced pump. All right? You can't trust. Here's the thing. Let's be honest, all right? You can't induce things artificially and expect it's going to happen naturally, all right? You can't induce a woman into labor and not expect that she's gonna end up having a C-section because her body's not ready to have a baby yet, but the hospital wants to get her out because the hospital's on a time clock. So they induce her labor, they give her Pitocin, she has contractions for 13, 14, 15 hours, then she's exhausted, they have to cut the baby out artificially, right? You cannot have an artificial induction of Bitcoin pump without expecting that things are more likely now to go wrong. Okay, things are more likely now to go wrong. The fact that we are not able to break out now for 3 days of this value area high is a bit concerning, okay? But here's the thing. There are also plenty of women who get induced, and they have a vaginal birth. And so there is a chance here that we do have a vaginal birth, all right? Even though we got induced, we took Pitocin, our body is ready. All right, our body is ready to give birth to those juicy gains to the upside. All right, now look, this value area high, and I've been saying this for so long because we've been flirting with this value area high for so long. We're like, hey, Va, her name is Va. What's up, Va? I see you there from across the room, girl. You're looking fine. Nice and orange, reminds me of my favorite president, number 45 and number 47. He's orange. He eats McDonald's every single day. Girl, you looking just like an orange man who eats McDonald's every single day. And of course, you didn't know this, but she was secretly hoping you would tell her that. Okay? Now, this daily candle close, I'm going to say, is pretty important. Because the news-induced pump, where did the news-induced pump end? It ended right here at 71,758. And what have we done today? We've taken the liquidity of that high, and if we close the daily candle below, on a Wednesday, mind you, which oftentimes is the weekly high or the weekly low, this could be the end. This could be. So we need to keep our eyes on this daily candle, in my opinion. The longer we stay in this range, the more levels get tapped, the more times we've had fake outs, the closer we're getting to the break of the range. We have been in this range right now for about 48 days, all right? 48 days. This one was longer. Let's see how long this range was. This was about 61 days and then 75 days before the breakdown, all right? So let's see. If the 75 days for the breakdown, that would put us in mid-April, actually. So maybe we do range for a little bit longer here, but the more levels we tap, the more time we mess with this value area high, the more likely we are to get a significant move, all right? A significant move. And if we break to the upside, if we break this value area high once again, we are very likely to get a significant move. $72,000 right now to $73,000. This is utmost important resistance. I am 90% positive. Now, you can't ever be 100% in trading. I am 90% positive that if we are closing the candles above here, this little chunk of resistance is not enough to reject us, and we are going to continue up at least to the daily order block at 80K, and most likely to the Fibonacci golden pocket at around 83,000, right? This is so important here. I'm really watching for a close above that level because the weekly, all right, let's not forget, we go to Market Cipher Bizzle, green dot confirmed. We go to the 2-week Market Cipher Bizzle. In 4 days and 8 hours, we will have a green dot confirmed. And even just looking at these candles here, guys, would you just look at how beautiful it is? How we had the candle open here at on the week of Monday the 16th. We close the purple, then we get a big pump blue in the beginning of March, and then we come back down with this wick here, right, to basically fill this giant candle, right, and come back and retest this body. It looks very healthy for a move to the upside, and I would be very surprised if we confirm a green dot on the 2-week and we don't see a move to the upside. Now, again, you know, we confirmed a green dot on the 2-week here, and it was in the midst of a bear market, right? But even still, we confirmed it here, and we ended up with a move to the upside from the confirmation. For the next 4 weeks, actually, we ended up coming up another 8.6%. So even if we don't get the craziest pump here, right? Even if we don't get the craziest pump here, we would still need to assume that we could see some follow through to the upside, assuming that we do confirm the dot, assuming that we do confirm above the green box. Let's say it is just 8.6%. Well, that is going to take us to our $80,000 level, right? It's going to take us right to around $80,000. Even if we continue down, right? Even if we continue down. So these are the things that we need to be thinking about. These are the things that we need to be preparing for. And as far as once we do break this range, the levels are quite clear. If we remove everything right now, the obvious support resistance flip is coming to basically the candle bodies that we had over here from March and April of 2025. Confluence with, let's go ahead and put on this as a key level. Confluence with the low that we made here, Monday, November 10th. Confluence with the value area, confluence with the value area low that we made right here. Confluence with the Fibonacci golden pocket 786 from the last high to the low, right? So if we break to the upside, we're most likely coming up to here, which is just a beautiful, beautiful zone of resistance in a downtrend. If we break to the downside, then we are coming to the Fibonacci golden pocket from the macro fib pole of the low of the bear to the high of the bull. That's going to be around 57. We're going to call it a zone. We can go ahead and put on our 0.65. We'll call it a zone. 53 to 57,000 would be our next major support in the event of a break to the downside, all right? Where I would expect another range to form, right? Where I would expect another range to form. Now, if we flip 82, if we flip this, then the whole story changes, guys. Then the whole story changes. But until the trend reverses, in other words, until we're printing a price above $98,000, we're still in a macro downtrend. And so the responsible thing to do is say, well, the trend is my friend until the end. The trend said that he would be my friend no matter how long. Now until the end of time. We'll be together forever. All right? All right. Everyone says, Jay, we're pumping. Let's check it out. Are we pumping? Are we pumping? Guys, smash up the dang likes. Smash them up. All right. Let's see where we're pumping. Wow. Whoa. We are pumping, baby. Oh my goodness. Would you look at this? We are pumping. Whoa. Whoa. What the heck? 1 minute time frame, insane in the membrane. Let's see what happens with this, man. And most of all, let's check out the short trade that we were in. Because, you know, it's always... Where's the short trade? Here it is. Man, it's a good thing we took some profit. It's a real good thing, huh? It's a good thing we took some profit on that one. There's something wrong with my my browser here. What the heck? Yeah, there's something wrong with my browser here. We did get a pump on that though. What is going on with this? Second here, guys. We are getting a pump right now. Wow. Maybe I'm sorry guys. I am having issues with my computadora right here. But we will be looking at some charts. What the heck? There's something wrong here. I think I'm not really logged in. There's an issue connecting my wallet here on AX, so it's kind of frozen. Let me check over here. It's weird. All right, well, let's look at some charts here, guys. Because as you can see, Bitcoin is getting a big pump. Let's do some live TA and see what's going on in the moment here. All right, see what's going on in the moment here. So Bitcoin, guys, is getting a massive pump right now, and we are at a crucial level. We have gotten the swing failure pattern of the range high here, and we do have some slight bearish divergences. But we are coming up right now to take, hang on, I got to get my magnet tool. This is exactly where it happened. Wow, did we? Yeah, we did tap that just a little bit, yeah. Okay, so here's what's happening, guys. Let's go to the 12-minute. Okay, so we're coming up for a back test here. Let's pull it from the high to the low. All right, are we rejecting from around that 786? Yeah, this is a super key back test right now, man. Super key back test. Let's check out order flow. Let's check out order flow. Let's go to the 5-minute time frame. Oh my goodness, guys. We do have some pretty bearish looking CVD as we make that lower high. Of course, it's happening on a decrease of OI, so we can't take it too seriously. But man, that is wild. I wouldn't be surprised if we pull back to at least 71,060. All right, so let's go ahead to the 5-minute time frame. We don't really have bearish divergence. There wasn't enough time for it. If this pump is going to continue, guys, let's go ahead and pull our fib from the low to the high. We are right now looking for a back test, potentially down to this area right here. Okay, the Casper pocket. Let's see what happens if we continue to the downside. This would actually be a great place to look for a long in the event of an actual breakout happening. All right, in the event of an actual breakout happening, would be a beautiful place right now to get into a long trade. All right, So let's watch and see what happens. Let's go to our 1 minute time frame here. Money flow coming down as we make the lower high. Let's see at the 5 second. Nothing too crazy on the 5 second. Let's go to the 6 minute. To be totally honest with you guys, money flow coming out as we make the high. And now it looks like money flow continued down. We could see us come down to this golden pocket here. Let's wait and see. Let's check out the order flow. We have a big spike of open interest actually on that move to the upside. Wow. So we had 305 million longs opening at that top right there. That's a lot of money coming into the market right now. If we trap them, we get a big dump. But that is a lot of actual money coming in right there. A lot of longs. Makes me cautious because of the potential bearish CVD divergence here. Let me see what the heck is going on with this. Shouts to everybody in the chat, by the way. Make sure to smash up the likes. That is strange. All right, let's see. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Grace Fairy Tales. Pump was due to the news that the U.S. is setting up talks with Iran this weekend in Pakistan. Interesting. Okay, another news-induced pump. All right, let's see what happens with this, man. Let's see what happens with another news-induced pump. This is so crazy. We're just talking about news-induced pumps. This has the potential, in my opinion, if it's a news-induced pump, to dump us back down. Honestly. To dump us back down. Let's see what happens here. All right. This is going to be very crucial. This is crazy. This is such a make it or break it level for Bitcoin. Because we are big time coming to that resistance. We are big time coming to that resistance. I think we might dump. It's too random to trade. I don't know if it's too random to trade. I mean, if you were ready for the 786, that would have made a beautiful scalp trade. You know, as soon as we lose a 786, that's not random at all, actually. Could have made a 0.4% move on that. That's a juicy scalp, honestly. 0.4% for a scalp is pretty dang juicy. All right, let's see if we reclaim it, guys. All right, we've got the trades open. I'm in 3 longs over on Antarctic. All right, I'm still in the short trade from the top as well. So I'm still in that short trade from the exact top, like literally from the exact top. Let's see what happens with it. All right. See what happens with it. Let's see what happens with this short trade. Is it going to get wrecked? I've already locked in a juicy profit on the short trade. So no matter what, we're going to make 4 grand on it. All right, so let's see. Let's see what's going to happen here. We're getting the pump, baby. We're getting the pump, baby. Wow, look at that. We're getting the pump. Are we going to make a new high? Come up to 72,000. Man, that would be crazy if it happens today. It is a Wednesday. We usually do put in the weekly high on a Wednesday. You know? Yeah, we need what level are we looking for to short? Well, if we hold above 72 to 73, I'm say we're coming up to the 80s. I say we're coming up to the 80s. All right, guys. All right, here's the deal. Here's the deal. We are short from the exact top, all right, from the setup given in the Casper Crew VIP Discord yesterday, all right? We are in a few long trades, all from the setups given in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, all right? We gave the setup, as you could see. Was that it? No, that's not it. Where was it? Where was it? I don't know. I don't even know anymore where the dang setups were. Whatever the case, we're getting the bounce, guys. And so this is critical because we are at such a key area. The $72,000 area is such a make it or break it zone for Bitcoin, because as you can see, it is the macro value area high of the range. And if we can reclaim it, then I'd say our low that we made down here at $67,000-ish was a higher low, and we can see a breakout to $80-ish thousand. All right, so this is very, very important. This is very, very crucial right here to see what happens. Of course, we just got a news-induced pump, just like we had on Monday. And of course, the Monday news-induced pump led to a drop to the downside. Let's see what's going to happen here. We are rejecting from our local 786. Now, of course, the news did cause 300,000 people to long the exact top. Let's put on our footprint chart. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. Okay, so 41 million people, each entering with $1 longed the exact top. Or maybe one person with $41 million longed the exact top. Look, these are the prices and how many people actually longed, all right? So at the price of $71,726, 41 million people longed. At the price of $71,666, 76 million people longed. We have hundreds of millions of longs in the wick of the candle, all right? And those longs right now are currently underwater. We have hundreds of millions of longs underwater, trapped in the wick. This is a recipe for a big dump to the downside, a news-induced pump with longs trapped in the wick. We go to Market Cipher B and we can see the money flow curving to the downside, the momentum curving to the downside. Honestly, guys, if I didn't know any better, I'd say this is probably going to result in a move to the downside. If we continue up, I would assume that we come and fill this, bounce from our box, and then break out. But we could also look at this as a potential lower high, news induced, right into the Fibonacci 786. So honestly, guys, obviously, I'm not here to predict, but I would say this is a great place for me to add to my short trade, honestly, because I'm short from the high. This, if we're going to continue down, this is the place then to add, all right? If I was looking for a fresh long, assuming a bullish scenario, right? Assuming that we just came and took the liquidity here and we're going to break out, this would be our retest coming down to around 70,900. But man, we are trapping millions of longs, guys. We are trapping millions of longs right now. Bear with me 1 second here, guys. All right, so we are getting that move down, guys. We have hundreds of millions of longs trapped in this candle. I would not be surprised, guys, if this is kind of the end for the pump. Or I'll be honest with you. Make sure to smash up the likes, guys. Shout out to Make Me a Millie in the chat. What is going on, my bro? Shout out to Make Me a Millie in the chat. God bless you, man. It's good to see you here. What is up with this? What, I'm having a weird time today, guys. I'm having such a weird time. I'm having a weird time. What I mean by that is I can't figure out how to use any of my streaming stuff, right? Like, what the heck is going on? I feel like an idiot, but you know what? Hey, I am. All right, we are getting that dump. We are getting that dump. Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right, so look, we are short from the high. And let's see what happens here. We are short from the high. We're also in multiple long trades. Let's see what happens here. What do I think are the TP levels on the short? Well, here's the deal. If this is really, right? If this is really a lower high, our TP levels on the short, guys, are going to be coming down to 68,845, right? If this is really our lower high, like this is our high, CDW, and this is now a low and this is a lower high, we would expect to come back down to the bottom of this range here, right? That's where you would expect. Just like the long from yesterday that we took, that was given in the Casper crew, and ended up making a new high, right back to the top of the range. So, yeah, what was that? Because this was the short. Where was the long trade? Where's the long trade that we had given in the Casper crew? Let me find it for you guys. Let me find it for you guys. Oh, right here. Yeah, right here. So we were looking for the long trade from 69K, right? Long trade from 69K. And we were looking for the short trade from 71,974. All right. So the short trade we got, baby. And the long trade we got as well. Except the long trade I got in a little bit late myself. But we are in the long trades as well. So we are trading these ranges, man. We are accurately trading these ranges in the Casper crew. We are locking in the juiciest profits. Honestly, this has been a very nice range to trade. All right, let's see. Are we coming down? Let's check out the order flow once again. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. The longs that opened in this wick are now closed. Okay, they are now closed. So the hundreds of millions of trapped longs are now closed out. The way we can tell this is because we have a big decrease of open interest right now, which is lower than it was up here. We can also tell this because the net longs have dumped down like crazy. All right, net longs have dumped down like crazy. And now people are scared. People don't know what's going to happen. But here's the thing. We've flushed out all these longs, which means now there's a chance for the buyers to step back in here. Shorts are now closing out. Look at this, guys. Shorts are now taking profits. It's pretty crazy. Okay. Okay. Ever get any dry profits, or are they all juicy? Asking for a friend. Sometimes you get dry profits. Man, I know a couple of us in the stream chat nailed that long yesterday. Yeah, quicker. You know, I tried to take the long trade yesterday, so here's what happened, right? Here's what happened to me yesterday. I took the long because we took the poll in the chat, and I was waiting for my level. I was waiting for my level down at 69K. I had it like marked on the chart. I even gave the dang setup in the Discord. That's not the right screen. But what happened was I ended up taking a loss from the one in the, yeah. So this is my trading history. Like I ended up taking a loss for $1,000 because I took a trade before my level like an idiot moron. All right, by the way, this is the short trade, guys, from the one that I gave in the Casper crew in real time. 71,424. This one right here from 71,424. 71,424. Of course, it did get stopped out in a $3,000 profit. All right. But then, yeah, I ended up taking a $1,000 loss because I front ran my level and then I was driving. And so even though my setup was from 69K to come down to the 68.9 golden pocket, I ended up getting stopped out of that for a $1,000 loss. And then I got in late, which I've already locked in a $3,000 profit from it. So it's all good. But you could see I got in late from that low because I didn't stick to my plan, even though I had the level marked out on my chart. And I knew, I'm like, when I took the long from right here yesterday, you can go watch the stream, I was saying, I can't believe I'm taking a long here when my level is right here. And of course, that one gets stopped out. When I stopped for gas, I realized, crap, I got stopped out. And so what I did is, by the time I stopped for gas, we were breaking out of this level. And I said, I'm gonna go for a long right now. Man, it's been so weird, guys. If you've been following my streams, I have been literally on the road non-stop for the last 48 hours, basically trading and driving. And it's been very intense, all right? Bears got freaked out. Shouts to the Bears, chilling in their underwear. Hopefully, they don't even care. All right, let's see what's gonna happen here. Is the P-Jug still in the car? Nah, he's not in the car. Shout out to Quicker, don't trade and drive. Yeah. Yeah, guys, so like that's basically the deal with my trades. And right now, I'm pretty much waiting to see what happens. This is a news-induced pump. A news-induced pump. We have hundreds of millions of longs along the top. They have now closed out. And we are starting to see, we have a big flush of open interest. We're starting to see some traders try and step back in. Market Cipher B giving us some ambiguous signals here. You know what I would love to actually hop in a freshie would be a move back down to this zone here. You know, a move back down to this zone. Let's see what we could do. I bullish or bearish? I am very neutral right now, guys. All right, I've taken the short literally from the exact top. I don't know how I did that, honestly. All right, set up given in advance in the Casper crew. I have taken the long trade from yesterday from the low that you see circled here. Also, set up given in the Casper crew from 68,986. All right, so I'm basically in all the positions right now. I'm short from the top, I'm long from the low. I've made 3,000 on the short so far. I've made about 3,000 on the long. I've made 6 grand right now on these trade setups, and I don't know what's going to happen. I do not know, because here's why. When we zoom out, we are towards resistance. If we're going to be looking at our local range right here with the low here and the high here, we are toward resistance. So it's not the best place for me to be like longing right now, but we're getting a rejection from resistance and we're making a lower high from resistance, okay? Which makes me, and we have a lot of people who long the top in a news-induced pump, which makes me feel a little bit bearish. However, when we go to the daily time frame, we are printing a nice bottom on the daily. And I recognize the fact that if we can close the daily candle above our orange line, our green line here, above 72.5, the probabilities are highest that we will break this range to the upside, okay? So this is a very strange place for me to tell you what I expect, because within the context of this range that we're trading, I have longed this, I have longed this, and I have shorted this. So I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just taking the trades as they come, all right? I'm taking the trades as they come right now, because we are so tight in this range. I'd say it's about a 50-50 shot right now, okay? We have some very bullish signs on the higher time frames. We have some very neutral signs on the medium time frames. You know, bear divs with increase in money flow is very neutral on the 1 hour. You could also say we have decreased money flow from the high we made on the 16th. So guys, when we are in Chop City like this, it's definitely not, you know, unless that's your style, this is not a good time for me to be looking for a long trade right now, unless we come down. We need a plan, right? So if I'm going to be looking for a fresh long trade, I need to have a plan. So what would my plan be? Well, we had some liquidity down here that we took, right? We had this low, we had these lows, we had these lows. We pulled the Fibonacci from yesterday's low to the high. We didn't hit a golden pocket. We could pull it from this recent low to the high. You could say, okay, we're bouncing from a 786 and we took some liquidity, right? We've gotten a local change of market structure, right? We were in this horrible looking ugly downtrend, which honestly is not one I would take too seriously. But we made, I mean, I can't even, this is not even a downtrend. I'm trying to come up with a trading plan right now to get into a long trade. If I was bullish right now, the only place I would look for a long would be this back test, right? Coming down to 70,700 up to 70,900. If this holds, then I would say, yeah, we could get that would be the last chance. If this is a breakout about to happen, 71K is our last chance to get long, all right? If a breakout is about to happen, 71K is our last chance to get long, because that's the next support that we have here. You know, however, again, look at how crucial it is where we are. I mean, we are flirting with this macro valley area high. You know, let's extend it to the right. And look, guys, if what I'm saying to you literally makes no sense, here's what you got to do. Check out the free course, okay? If this just sounds like a whole bunch of stupid trading jargon, check out the free trading course. It's free on YouTube. All right, if you want to join the Casper crew, where we give these trades in the moment, go to jasoncaspertrading.com to expand your learning and education. All right. For the value you get in the Casper crew, $65 a month is very, very cheap. All right, that's $2 a day. People spend more than that on coffee. All right, so instead of your coffee, join the Casper Crew VIP Discord for a month where you get to watch 3 instructors live streaming, live trading multiple times a day, right? And, you know, I'm also in there giving my dang trades as much as I can in the moment, all right? I'm not gonna give every trade because I can't, you know, but as much as I can in the moment, I'm in here telling people I shorted, right? I shorted, telling people TP1, right? I've taken a long based on the CDW that we got right here. Hit a take profit 1 on the long. Yeah, just hit a take profit 1 on the long. And this is the short that was still open from the other day. Like, you know, this is the kind of stuff that I'm doing in here. Also, guys, in April, the scalping group will go live. All right, so we have the scalping zone in the Discord, where I will be live scalping multiple times a week, whenever I feel like it, whenever the market conditions are right. Sign up to ANTARCTIC, BLOFIN, or KCEX, the 3 exchanges I use. Send in your user ID, and you'll get access to the group in my free Discord. It's free to join, all right? Also, guys, we're gonna drop some eggs right now. All right, eggs is the Discord currency that you can use to redeem for cash. All right, so let's do an egg drop right now. We're gonna do an egg drop. All right, join the free Discord, guys, to get these eggs. They're redeemable for cash prizes. Pretty cool. All right, pretty cool. Let's do it right now. And the code for the eggs today is going to be code. All right, code is the code for eggs. Join the free Discord, guys. Come over to quests, claim your eggs, and you can use them to win prizes every single week. We're giving away hundreds of dollars. We're giving away free VIP memberships. And every single month, we have games pretty much every day. This is our schedule for March. You can win eggs in all these games. Plus, on the 27th of March, which is this Friday, we're doing VIP games. We're literally going to be giving away thousands of dollars and having a whole bunch of fun. All right? So there's all that. There's all that. Let's see what's happening with the price. All right, we are losing the VA. We are losing the value area high, guys. Let's go to the 6-minute. Let's zoom out. Okay, yeah, so let's put our line in the sand here. Line in the sand. If this is going to end bullish today, we need to hold this, guys. And if not, then I'd say we're probably gonna go for the rest of this liquidity and come back down to the bottom of our range, at least down here, right? Very, very key zone. Let's check back the order flow at Market Monkey. Decrease of open interest, nothing crazy happening here. You know, shouts to everybody in the chat, man. Major shout to Mind Pillar Markets. What was the code? The code was code. Short CDW from 72. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, short CDW from 72. Yeah, of course. But look, we were so prepared. That was the only short trade yesterday that I was interested in. That was the only short trade yesterday that I was interested in, besides the short trade from 71.4 that I took. I guess that was on Monday morning while I was trading and driving. Shorted 71.424, and then other than that, this is the only short that I was interested in, and yeah, I nailed it, baby. I don't know how I got such a good entry. I was literally delirious and just, I took the trade without even looking at the chart, to be totally honest. Was the code? The code was code. Shout out to Trader Geo. He says this price action is crazy. Trader Geo, man, what do you think about this? What do you think about this, man? I'm so curious to know Trader Geo's perspective. Guys, if you're not subscribed to Trader Geo, You're missing out. All right, Trader Geo, man. I want to know what you think, bro. Next couple of days will dictate next couple of months. I feel that way too, Trader Geo. I feel that way too, man. Can you pop on here for a minute, bro? You want to pop on and have a little chat? I feel you if you can. I know what it's like to not be able to. All right, let's see here. I'm going to add to this short trade. All right, so right now I am in a 378. Let's put another 15K on there. I am in a $400,000 short. I thought I was. Let's put another 15K. There we go. Now we're in a $400,000 short. We have made $3,000 from the short, given in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. The short trade from yesterday, guys, obviously got stopped out for a $6,000 profit. Then before that, we had the epic $1 million long trade, which actually, it was not just a $1 million long trade. I had overall over $4 million on the trade because I kept adding and taking profit and adding and taking profit. That was an epic long trade, man. It was an epic long trade. We closed it in the car as well. We closed it in the car as well. It's so funny when you add and take profit like that. It can make your position sizes look way bigger than they are. But okay, we are starting to get a little bit of a rejection. Again, guys, it's such a key level, the 786. I'm super curious. Let's see if Trader Geo's in the chat. He says, give me a minute. All right, bro. Man, we got Alex O in the chat too, man. I should have both of you guys on. I wish we could do a round table. Guys, if you're not subscribed to Alex O and Trader Geo, you guys are missing out, right? These guys are, they're the real deal, right? They're out here doing this. They're out here doing this, right? They're the real deal. Right. So, man, let's see what happens with this short trade. Let's see. Our stop loss will kick us out for a 16. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. This is such a key level here, man. Let's see what happens. We're in a $400,000 shiznart, which is another word for a short. $400,000 shiznart. Let's see, baby. You can with Streamlabs. Yeah, I don't have Streamlabs. Did I add to my short from yesterday as well? No, I didn't add to my short from yesterday. My short from yesterday got stopped out. Was that yesterday's short? Hang on. I forget what account. Maybe that was on the... Hang on. Let's see something. Let's see something real quick here. Oh, I'm sorry. No, my short from yesterday. This was my short from yesterday, guys. My bad. This was my short from yesterday. I've got two accounts. One on split mode, one on merge mode. I can't add to these trades here. These trades I cannot add to. All right. So... this was my short from yesterday, the one that I opened on March 23rd. This was my short trade here, the one that I gave the community on Monday. All right, so 71,424. That was this one here. I did not add to it. I closed it. All right, I opened up a new short this morning, and that's the one I'm in right now over here. All right. Dumperoni, baby, here we go. Here we go, what do you know? All right, let's see what happens here, man. Maybe this could turn into something juicy. I'm getting a little bit excited here. I'm getting a little bit excited, baby. Whoa, treadmill's going a little crazy, man, whoa. Awesome to see that you're playing with insane numbers. I've been trading big money lately, guys. Look, I took a long break from trading big money. All right. I was trading hundreds of thousands. I was in 50, you know, I just didn't feel like trading. I took some time to just really recuperate and dopamine detox, like trying not to be on the screens, trying not to be on the charts as much, trying to sit more. But now I'm back at it, baby. You know, now I'm back at it. So let me pop into the Discord here. All right, we got Trader Geo. Yo. Wanna hop in the stream? Let's see what he says. I'm sure he'll say yes, because he already said yes. Yo. Cool. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get Trader Geo on the stream here. Let's see, wait, I don't mean to do a video call. I can just do a regular call. Yo, Trader Geo, what's up, man? Let me put you here so other people can hear you. Say some stuff.
Hello, some stuff. What's going on? What's up, everybody?
I gotta lower the music real quick here. Hang on, one second. I'm not a professional.
Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Dude, I haven't even really been streaming that much lately, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I've been off of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Trader Geo in the house.
What's up? Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thanks for coming on, man. I want to talk to you because, well, I've been watching your YouTube videos, and you tend to seem to have a similar view to as I do, where potentially the last low we made before the one that we made on Sunday could be like a macro higher low before a breakout, right?
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking the same. You know, this range has been super consolidative and just choppy and boring and whatever. And this dump that happened when was like from 96K was pretty aggressive. I mean, we came down, what was that? From the top to bottom, we came down like 40% in a couple weeks or so. And so I feel like we need some relief. Like it's just that's just my feeling though, right? That's my intuition. And so I've kind of leaned a little bit more bullish this entire range. You know, we've had a few attempts at the highs, and those attempts have failed. We've also had a few attempts at the lows, right? There's a lot of liquidity below. A lot of people are drawing the macro bear flag. And I just think, like, you know, why not get one more bull trap in, right? Get everyone thinking, oh, the bottom's in, super cycle, blah, 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 before rotating down to, you know, a lot of people are looking at like 58K, 55K. I think it could go lower than that, but I think that we're due for something. And market Cipher now on these like higher time frames, the daily, the 18-hour. If you go to the 18-hour, it looks pretty. 12-hour as well. It looks ready. Like we look ready to rock, in my opinion.
To the upside.
Yeah, like it looks really good. And so I have two lines in the sand that I've been talking about on my channel, and we are just bouncing back and forth. But my lines in the sand to the downside are 65.5, like that low that we put in. Yeah, pretty much 65.5. If we lose that, then I think honestly it's just cooked. And then my line to the upside is 72.5. If we get above that, then I think we're gonna go pretty much not straight, but what goes down fast can go up fast. And my target is 86K.
86
ish. Yeah, that's my target ish.
Why is that? Because it's the last low we made before we lost?
Yeah, pretty much. Like we had a little consolidative range there before the big move down. You know, it's just what makes sense to me. Things are lining up there. We have a lot of volume in there as well. And so that's my idea. Like go to 86 and then from there continue our just macro downtrend. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm gonna be honest. Like I try to be objective, but
I
I
hope for that too.
I have a preferred scenario. That's my preferred scenario for sure.
I definitely don't want the low to be in yet for Bitcoin, which probably means it's
Yeah,
in.
yeah. I don't
But
know. I think it's very unlikely that it's in.
me too. Which is why I think it could
But
be in.
yeah, I mean, it would catch so many people off guard.
Yeah.
But I don't know, bro. Like, do you? I mean, I don't know how on X and whatever you are, and how much you can really grasp everybody's just overall sentiment. Do you like? I know you're a technical trader, so am I. But do you ever take that into consideration? Like maybe people in your real life asking you, "Oh, should I sell now?" And that's at the bottom, and that's kind of like a signal for you, or
Usually when people ask, should I buy, that's a signal for me to sell.
yeah.
I don't get as many people asking, should I sell at the bottom.
Okay.
But I'm not very on X, to be honest.
All right. Because sentiment right now, from what I've noticed anyway, is I don't know, man. The algorithms are. I think my Twitter is just a perma bear because
Yeah.
all I see is the bear flag. Like that's all I see are the bear flags,
I did see Carl
and
from the
not
Moon,
even
not Carl from the Crypto Kid post a giant bear. And it is a giant bear flag, like
yeah, for
objectively
sure.
speaking.
For sure, for sure. Like there's a lot of liquidity that we can go for. But again, it's kind of like what you just said. That's kind of why I don't think it's going to work.
Yeah, so
Or
that's
at
why
least
you're
I'm
expecting
hopeful
the
that it
relief up
doesn't.
to like 86 and then another big dump, right?
I'm we're in a weird spot right now where, you're short from that high, I think could be a swing short.
Me too.
But we're also in a spot where if I were to hit long this very second, I think it could also be a
Yeah,
swing long.
I know, bro.
So it's very weird.
They're like, are you bullish or bearish? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, we're in a
But
weird. I don't think I've ever. I mean, I haven't been this good of a trader ever in history until now. Obviously, you improve as you go, but I don't think I've ever had a or experienced a moment in time where I genuinely believed it could be a swing long and swing short at the exact same time. Like, I don't know. Things are so weird right now.
very trans non-carbon, extremely.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely ambiguous.
So right now, if this is going to break to the upside, I'd say this is our last shot at 71K to
Yeah.
look for a long. Like if we're looking at this, I mean, I don't even know if you can see my screen, but if we're looking at this as our range here, and this is just going to break out, I'd say this is pretty important. We're coming to the golden pocket from the news-induced pump to the lower high, which
Yeah.
I am hoping to hold, honestly, a lot lower. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I think that whichever way, as I mentioned in the comment when I first commented, like I think that the whichever way we break now is gonna pop. Like I don't think I think
Yeah.
that this consolidation is kind of unsustainable. Like it's ready to go, and it's just again, is it swing long or swing short right now? I don't know that yet.
Yeah, when this range breaks, it's going to have some serious follow through. And it's so hard to say. I would love what you would love. I would love a bull trap, make people think, oh, we're so back, and then
Yeah.
something catastrophic happens and we dip down below 40K. That's where I'm looking for the bottom. Just dip below 40K, the 78% retrace.
So like top like high 30s. Like
Yeah,
you wanna lose 40.
I just want to dip below 40. I want, because here's what I
Okay.
think is going to happen. Like, everybody's going to be expecting lower than that. Because
Yeah.
for some reason, let's see here. Hang on, I got to get to a different screen here because for some reason, whenever we're in the bear market, people keep screaming lower, 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 and with good reason because we have really nice support resistance flips much lower. So like last bear market, everyone was calling for 13K because 13K was a really awesome support resistance flip. And this time 30K is an awesome support resistance flip. Like 31K,
Yeah.
30K, that's like the last bull bear support resistance flip.
Yeah.
So once we're under 40K, because people think we're never going to lose 50, you know, people thought we were never going to lose 70. The
Bro,
78,
people thought we were never gonna lose 100.
really? That's so
Oh yeah,
crazy, man.
people thought that. I know, it's so funny.
So you come down to that 786 retrace, and it just makes sense. People are like, all right, we're going to 30, but we don't. We just dip below 40K and then get a bounce. Like that's kind of what I'm hoping for. And I don't know if you like use Fibonacci or whatever. I don't even know what you do anymore, bro. I watch your YouTube videos and you're like, I don't know, you're like in the Matrix, bro. You got the PO3, 798,
Yeah.
7604.
Yeah.
But
No, I do it all, man. I do it all. I do it all.
you do it all,
Honestly.
man.
I do it
Guys,
all, yeah.
subscribe to Trader Geo. The man does it all.
I do it
Listen up,
all.
ladies.
Yeah, I do use golden pockets and such.
Yeah, so like every single bear market, we bottom out at the 786 fib every time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But is the cycle
I
broken? That's the real question.
so I have some interesting theories. So I mean, you know, everyone can believe what they like. Obviously, I was saying that the cycle was broken as soon as Bitcoin took the all-time high pre-halving. It's just in my mind that's never happened before. That has now, like, if something that has never happened, that means everything else that has never happened could happen. So
Yeah.
could it break the 786? Yes. Could it hold it? Yeah, of course. You know, it's a game of probabilities. We'll see what happens if and when we even get down there. But I have a theory that if we end up coming back down for the 60K low, which I do think we will, I'm in line with what you're thinking in that 40s. I could see it go lower than 40s, but for me, I'm content with 43 being hit. And the reason why is not even anything technical at all. I do a lot of, like, I guess I just like think about what happened at certain levels, and that's kind of how I build my context, and it's done very well for me. I'm actually on like a 40-day hot streak right now. I haven't even missed one move in the last like 40 days. But anyway, one of my reasons
Bro, I
why
did
I
the
want to
same
see
actually, man.
43. Yeah, like I'm just on. You know,
You're in the
bro,
zone.
tell me if you ever feel this way. Sometimes I feel like I'm in the zone, and other times I feel like I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. Like, like what am I doing here? It's crazy. Like, I miss so much sometimes. But anyway,
No, I'm with you, bro.
I have an idea that the 43K needs to get hit because that was the price when the ETFs went live, and those people that bought those ETFs never, not only have they never seen drawdown, but they haven't even seen break even. So they bought and it literally went up only. So I'm thinking, okay, you know, no one wants to buy when they're or no one wants to sell when they're comfortable in their positions. You know, never sell your Bitcoin, never sell your Bitcoin, blah blah blah. But when the fire is, you know, lit up under you, you never know. So my idea is, obviously, if the big money is trying to accumulate, take them out, have them, you know, panic sell at a loss or a break even or whatever. And that's what I'm thinking. I think that's what makes the most sense, at least in my mind.
Yeah, that actually does make a lot of sense. I was waiting for that liquidity to get taken out, like back in that time, back in those times.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're preaching to the choir because I was bearish at 38K, and then they called me a perma bear the entire bull market because I was bearish at 38K, and then we're at like 120, and they're like, dude, you've been bearish since 38. I was like, no, man, I was bearish at 38, not since.
I remember that. So I even called you a perma bear because that's what the internet called you. So the cool thing to do is whatever the internet says about somebody, you have to say the same thing. Otherwise,
Yeah,
you're not
just go with
cool.
the flow. Just go with the flow.
You have to, man. You know.
I've
But
learned to do that over time. You know, not really care so much.
oh yeah, faux show, man. You can't not if you're out there in the public. You gotta just troll
Yeah,
yourself, bro. And that's one of the
yeah.
things I like about you too, bro. You don't take yourself seriously, but you're very good at what you do. But you got the lighthearted. You know, you're a real MC, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I do what I can. I keep telling myself I'm going to come back to YouTube. I guess I just took like a little break. I mean, it's been a long break. It's been like a year since I've been streaming consistently, but I love what I do, man. And I'm gonna you know, I got to get back to it.
Yeah, bro, you got to get back. Otherwise, I'll have no one's TA to copy and paste onto my own streams.
Yeah, that's what they used to say about like me to you, and they're like, "Oh man, he's a carbon copy of Jason." They told me
They really
that
said
I'm
that?
you. Oh, dude, they said that so many times that I'm like a crappy version of you. And one time I was on the treadmill,
That's so
and they
funny.
were like, yeah, that's where I had my whole joke about the royalties for the for the steps. I was like, yeah, man, I copied his treadmill, and he invented walking, so I gotta pay him royalties for every step I take.
Yeah, bro. Well, I appreciate that. You know, that's honestly helped me like pay the bills during times where I also was taking a little break.
Yeah, you can go those bigger position sizes you were mentioning because
Yeah,
you got me as hedge now.
this is all royalty money.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
how you
man.
been like outside of trading though? You're all good. I see you're in you know, wherever you're a sunny spot now. Things are good.
Yeah, you know, I'm just hanging out outside the garage. You know, you can't go wrong sometimes. Just chilling outside and on the driveway.
You're like making videos on the beach and whatever, and I'm here in the super cold snow in
Man,
getting snowstorms in March. Crazy.
bro, you got to come down south.
Bro, the day is coming and the day is soon, but the day is sadly not here yet. The world is in havoc right now. I don't even know how easy it is for Canadians to get over there.
I think you just toboggan down Niagara Falls and you'll end up in New York.
Yeah, exactly. I'm actually going to New York this weekend. Funny that
Oh,
you
no way,
mentioned that.
bro. The
Yeah.
city or like upstate?
No, I'm in I got some family there in Yonkers, and so
Nice, man.
I'm gonna be there for
Yonkers.
some wedding stuff.
Cool.
Yonkers. So close
Yeah.
enough to the city, you know?
Yeah, I suppose. I suppose. I hate the city. But yeah, man. I'm glad you're doing good and everything, bro. I've been keeping an eye on you on YouTube and stuff, so
Yeah, man, I'm doing well. I'm blessed. It's good to talk to you, and you know, I always watch your streams. I'm intrigued by the new stuff that you have for us. So we
the new
appreciate you,
stuff.
man. Yeah, the new stuff, the 5 second scalping
Oh,
stuff,
yeah, bro. Man, that's
and
no joke.
man, you know what? Let me ask you if you don't mind. When you are entering, let's say you're getting in like a CDW, right? Are
Mhm.
you entering on like 5 second stuff, even if you're not 5 second strategying?
It depends. If I'm 5 second strategying, I'm
Yeah.
usually not paying attention to anything above like the 6 minute time frame.
Okay.
Which means sometimes I'll get into like a swing trade by accident and I'll take out
Yeah,
like
yeah.
80% after like a 0.3% move
Yeah.
because I'm scalping. Um, but yeah, the 5 second,
Okay.
it's pretty much based only on the 5 second, but you have to know the market condition because if you are in a trending market, you will get absolutely wrecked because let's say we're in a strong uptrend, there's not enough time for the 5 second to print bullish divergence, but the bearish
Yeah.
divergences won't play out and vice versa.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
So it's like perfect for like before, like, you know, before New York opens, maybe like 2 hours, like London's been open forever and we're in Chop City,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense. I've been dabbling with the 5 second to try to get some sniper entries, and it's definitely not for the faint of heart. That is for sure.
Yeah, you got to use like MEXC or KCEX or like very low fees, like Antarctic with the 0.2%.
Yeah.
Um, and then you have to be willing to, as soon as you're wrong, you close the dang trade. But you also have to say, I took 2 losses in a row, but I have another signal and I'm going to go for it. Like, but you have to have that discipline to not revenge trade and actually
Yeah.
stick to the dang confirmations, you know?
Yeah, like you can
Um,
get smoked real quick, and then it's, you know, death by a thousand cuts or whatever, and you look back and it's like, wait a second, I don't
yeah.
even remember losing this much. Um,
And then you
yeah, for
also have to
sure.
stick to the levels. Like, so what works really well in the 5 second is CDWs, like swing failures in these tiny little ranges, and then 786s.
Hmm.
Those are pretty much like if you have one of those levels and the 5-second money flow is getting higher at the low or lower at the high, I'd say it's probably like 90% successful trade. But here's another thing. You cannot get greedy with these trades. Like, as soon as you see that money, like, you take it, you know?
Yeah.
Because there have
Yeah,
been,
that
like, oh, just a little bit more. And it's like, no, you're not going to get it.
that is like on the fear and greed side, I'm definitely way more on the greed side. Like I'll take a 5-second entry, and I mean I usually start off in profit. And then I'll either
Yeah.
round trip the whole thing and then it'll turn into a loss. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I know I entered on the 5-second, but like right now we're talking about how this could be a potential swing long right
Right.
now. So I'm just gonna, enter on the 5-second here and take profit at 86K. and then I learn, I go to sleep and I wake up and I'm like, wait, that wasn't part of the plan.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to be in that scalping mentality. Like, it's hard for me too, because, you know, I like to let my trades run. I like to give them breathing room. You can't be in that
Yeah.
mindset. Here is like I look at it as like someone like throws like a handful of like dollar bills off the top of a building, and it's a real windy day, and you could either wait for them all to fall on the ground and pick them up one by one and get all that money, or you just grab whatever you can in the air, shove it in your pockets, and get the heck out of there. Like,
It's a good way to put it.
yeah, you gotta just take what you can and get out.
Yeah.
But yeah, man,
Yeah,
keep the
no.
5 sec. I'm telling you though, it does print money if you're in the right mindset.
Yeah, I've had instances of it. My thing right now is, I mean, I don't know if you've ever like went down this rabbit hole, but I'm really trying to perfect entries. I mean, I guess you did, because who else in the history of trading has ever went on the 5-second time frame?
Oh
So I
no.
guess, I guess you went down that rabbit hole yourself. But I'm like really trying to perfect entries, and I've dabbled with a few different things, and the 5-second is definitely, like you said, no joke. I mean, I've obviously taken your courses and your scalping strategy and whatever, and to be able to put big money down and see those returns right away,
Yeah, it's nice.
it
It's nice to
makes
be able
yeah
to put, you know, 500 grand on the trade with a 0.2% stop loss, and, within a few seconds, basically, you're up hundreds of bucks. You just snipe it, take it, you know?
yeah. I think I need to kind of like get more so in the mentality as well of holding, or not holding, but taking 75% out and then just as if I closed the whole trade and then just leave it forever.
Yeah, that's a good thing to do.
I feel like that's the way to do, because I get so caught up on these little moves. Like I'm way more of a scalper, so it's just like whenever the big moves come, maybe my little scalps got in the way of the big move, but if I had that moon bag, as I call it,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. I mean, that's how I do it. Like, once I know I can't lose money, I kind of let them roll. Um,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I'm not that aggressive with my profit taking in like after that first TP1. Like, man, I round tripped the trade. I was up 12 I was up 12 grand. I closed it for a $200 loss.
Oh, that's the
Uh
worst.
Yesterday actually. Yeah, right here.
That's
I was up 12 grand, bro. And I hit my TP1 enough to break even. Um
oh
and I did.
man.
I broke even. Like, I closed it at $200, which for me is like basically a break even. But it's like, that's kind of how I do it, and I'm not even upset about it. I'm not even upset about it, because, you know, in hindsight, I'm upset, but I can't be upset because I stuck to my process of like, I'm just this short. I'm gonna make sure I'm not gonna lose money. I'm still long, and I ended up in profit. But,
Yeah.
you know, psychologically, for me, if I know I'm in a short, I'm not gonna try and FOMO into a bad entry. And I know, worst case scenario, this short gets stopped at a break even. My longs are still running and printing, and honestly, right now, these long trades that I'm in right now, I'm up, quite a bit. I'm up like
Yeah.
14 grand, like, so And
Yeah,
I already locked in like 10 grand on that long. So
I think the hindsight stuff, you know, shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? Like in hindsight, you can be upset about it, like you said, but you know, you've positioned yourself in a way that it doesn't really matter what happens, and you're fortunate enough to be in that situation, and that's what you know, teach and preach and whatever. And again, that's something that I can definitely work on because, like you said, if or right now is a perfect example. If I think that we can go to 86K, I might jump into some trades right now that I probably shouldn't take because that, you know, it's just a mix of fear and greed and what or FOMO, I guess. And that's something that I need to work on. Like I'm by no means, you know, the perfect trader or whatever. Like I go through my
I feel like you're way better than me, bro.
emotions. I don't know, man.
You're
You're good
definitely
at
better than
like
me, man. You're definitely.
well, first of all, I learned from the best. So if you think that, then I mean, I think that you're a huge um gain to like the crypto people and especially the market cipher like crypto community. So on behalf of everyone, thank you. But like you changed my life. I've told you that. But I'll say this: like you are definitely, you know, whether it's the TA or the execution or whatever, you definitely have the mindset more clear than me, man. Like I spiraled, you know, about 3 weeks ago or whatever, and I wasn't proud of myself, and I did horribly. And I'm like, you know, I've been in the game for 5 years now. Like I shouldn't be spiraling the way that I did. I made a lot of money in January, and I lost a lot of it, and you know, I got emotions that I got to work on and I got to work on, like I said, holding the trades the way that you do and just kind of letting them be and being okay with it. Because when I'm up 10K and then I round trip it, I don't think, oh, I'm at break even. I think I just lost 10K, and that's not the right mentality, I think.
Yeah, for sure. If it's unrealized, bro, it's not really like you made 10K. At least that's how I look at it, you know?
Well, I need to start looking at it like that because, you know, like I said, it's I don't know, man. There's a lot like in the journey of growing your position size over time and adding a digit to everything. And it's like, damn, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean, bro. I do. But you're trading with some big money now. But I saw you in a $2 million trade. What did you make like 100 grand, right? 200 grand?
Yeah, I made one, I made 195 on
That's
the
wild, bro.
move up to 96K. Yeah. So
That's
no one's ever
insane.
allowed to call me a perma bear because my, my money was on a long.
And it was that your biggest trade ever?
Oh, ever 3.7 mil. It was crazy.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome, bro.
It was like, yeah, but I think it did really, I don't know, man. Like it's a lot of emotions come with that. I'm no crypto face. Let's say that.
Yeah, man. I mean, it is hard to make big money like in trading because that messes with your psychology too. Because then you get into that mindset of like, if I'm not going big, you know, I'm wasting my time or whatever, and then the greed
Yeah.
kicks in, and you're like, man, I gotta.
Yeah. You know, after that, and I'm not even ashamed, I'm not proud to say this. Like I'm very ashamed to say this, but um I verbally even said the words. I was like, unless it's like 20K or 30K profit, I don't even care about it. That is the worst mentality to have.
Yeah,
Like the absolute worst possible sentence I could have said. I said it right after, and I paid the piper for it. So it's tough, man. It's tough.
dude, trading is so tough in general. Like everything you're saying, we all go through this. You know, it's like it's a constant journey. But we have a
Yeah.
question for you, bro. A super chat.
Yeah. What's up?
Someone paid me to ask you a question. That's cool, man.
Okay.
They say, Gio, what's your opinion on TJR?
TJR. What is my opinion? I like TJR. I think he's a cool dude. I think he's a cool content creator. I think he's entertaining. I think that, you know, whether or not his legitimacy on trading, like whether he's real or not, apparently he just, Jay, in case you don't know, this TJR guy just got exposed as like a
I heard that's the
fake
first time I
trader.
heard of him. Was someone said he
Okay,
got exposed.
he's like one of those like futures traders that, you know, flash the cars and young kid that's like 20 years old and TikTok guy and whatever. Anyway, so Yeah, he just got exposed as a fake trader, and my opinion is I think he's a good trader. Not he's a good trader. I don't know if he's real, to be honest. I don't have time to watch people like that. I think he's a good content creator. I like him as a person, and I think that whether or not people that teach you, this is gonna sound so controversial, whether or not the people that teach you are profitable, like there's still value in what they present to you. Because a lot of his students do well, even if he isn't doing well. I'm not saying he is or isn't, I don't know. But I think like there's value there, regardless of the way that he necessarily trades. Kind of a different take than most people would say. But I don't have anything against TJR personally.
Oh man, thank you so much for answering the question. And
No
shouts to
worries,
my
enjoy.
man James Chill for the super chat. Our pink says we're hitting the 786 right now. Yeah, so this box, this purple box that we are in right now is key. Because if we lose it, we're going to continue with this downtrend. And this is now officially a lower high from the high that we made earlier today. From the short setup given in the Casper Crew VIP Discord.
Should we 5-second it up?
You know what? I haven't looked. Let me check out the 5-second real quick.
We got some divs on. Ooh, we got some divs. We got some bull divs on the one.
Bull divs on the
We got
one.
bull divs on the one. We got some what I call spike divs on the 5-second.
Spike divs. All right, let's see
Spike
here.
waves, spike waves. Just
Wow.
basically when momentum and money flow are divin, that's what I call spike waves.
So we had a beautiful 5-second entry down here on the 786. But you know, we're late to the party, sadly. If you're purely 5-second trading, you're late to the party because you got to be right at the level. But when we came to the 786, look at how the momentum wave gets higher, the money flow gets higher, and that would have made for a beautiful scalp, right? You get in right
Can I?
there, you got a very tight stop, and honestly, after like a 0.2% move, you could take profit one. I know that's so crazy, but
Can I can I tell you a little secret? I took that. I
you
just
took
took
it.
it. Yeah, I took it.
That's legit, bro. I mean, are you still in?
I'm still in it, man.
Cool,
Listen, I
man.
told you, I have a greed problem. For me,
No, I mean,
TP1
it could work
is
out. Look at the 5-second
86K.
money flow. This could be
86K.
our higher low.
Listen, if this, I promise you, I'm not TP. It's either break even or 86K for me. And if I do get it, then this is the first, I mean, maybe guest star swing trade 5-second that you've had on the channel. I hope
Yo,
anyway.
it's going down in the history books. I mean, we bounced from the golden pocket right now with a money flow cross. We could see some continuation here from a 5-second mindset. You know, this scalp would have
86.
been over already. Maybe you're holding still 25%, 20%. But let's check out the 6-minute here. Eh, you know,
Yeah, it's looking kind of,
a little trans non-carbon.
it's looking kind of ugly.
Let's go though. I hope.
But you know what?
I hope this
At
works
every sorry, go on. I didn't mean to cut you off.
for your sake and for the sake of the 5-second strategy. I hope this one makes it to the history books. 86K.
Nobody's ever gonna be able to tell you that it doesn't work. You
I
could just
know.
flash the clip. And you know what I'll say is that, at least from what I've noticed, at every single high and low, Market Cipher doesn't, like, at the exact low, Market Cipher looks horrible every time.
Interesting.
And that's what I've noticed. Like, okay, not every time.
We did look
but
very horrible
sometimes.
at 67K. And I even said in my group, you know, this is a low probability, low risk long, but I expect lower.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it just, like, things move too quick and, you know, is what it is. Anyways, Jay, I gotta run
bro.
to the gym, man. I gotta get to the gym so that more people say that I copy you.
Okay, cool, man. Make sure
But
not
I
to train
appreciate you
nights.
having me on. I appreciate the chat. It's been a hot minute, so it's good to hear from you.
Likewise, bro. God bless you, man. And keep doing your
God
thing, man.
bless. Appreciate you, man. We'll talk soon.
Yeah, bro. Peace. All right. That was Trader Geo. Shouts to Trader Geo. And let's see here. Let's get our music back on. There we go. All right, so we're coming to the box. The purple box. We got a little bit of a bounce from the 786. We got to talk about the 5-second strat. The 5-second Stratocaster. We hold this purple box, guys. It is key. It is key, let me tell you. So, major shout out to Alex O in the chat, man. We'll have to have Alex O on here at some point as well. Shout out to Divine Hood, man. We'll have to have Divine Hood on here as well. Yeah. So look, guys. What are we listening to right now? Hang on. Oh. This is like some golden era. Let's see here. Yeah, okay, here we go. Are we gonna lose the box? Will we hit the spot? Bitcoin sneakier than a fox. Wearing socks, you know? Major shout to Trader Geo. Yo, major shout Trader Geo on the live stream. Bitcoin dumping baby like a green bean. J Casper trading, do you know what I mean? Out here, the garage, no green screen. I apologize, flipping burgers and fries at McDonald's before I chop you right down to size. Open up your eyes and start to realize this is a higher low we dump down to fry. All the bulls in the house, baby looking just like old Mickey Mouse. Baby look like a lazy person on the couch. Turn around, man, don't be a slouch. Straight to the gym, Trader Geo about to get a workout in. Skipping leg day, where do we begin? We only train arms and chest, that's the way. We never train legs, cause baby that's gay. We got the purple box, you know that it's key. Bitcoin dumping, listen to me. Are we about to reject? I'ma tell you what Bitcoin is about to do next. Then we rock it right up to the top. Then we come to the next golden pock. Yeah, Bitcoin don't stop. Cause we know we about to drop, then we drop. About to come to the golden pocket, baby. Can you spot it? Fighting just like Sonic and Robocket. Then we drop it. Market makers coming in to tippy top it. Then we flop it back down. You know we never stop. Hey, it's J Casper, shorting Bitcoin. Hopefully my rap ain't too annoying. Hopefully we start to go boing boing. Purple box coming out, but then we slowing like the sirloin steak, eating the meat. J Casper on the treadmill, walking on his feet. In the streets, who do you meet? You got a bear, you punch him in the face, petite. Now we're coming back, Bitcoin dumping back, just like we want to slack, like it's gonna slap in the face. Bitcoin a disgrace, coming back in. Look all over the place, we longed it from the high, giving an advance. Oh my goodness, I got something sharp in my pants and it hurts me, cause my butt cheeks are uneven. Looking like my name is Steven, but it's really J.A. Trading every day. I never give it gay. What do I say? Are we gonna bounce AA? Man, you know the beat drops, it leaves, and it comes back every day. I'm eating extra cheese, the Swiss. And if you gotta take a piss, you got the pee jug on the side. Now listen to this. It's J Casper, we're trading in the house. Looking here for the next Bitcoin bounce. And oh snap, but let me take a peek. Does market Cipher B have any uneven butt cheeks? 5-second time frame, big on the left, skinny on the right. What's she gonna do next? Yeah, we only trains arms and chest. Bullish divergence, looking the best. Look at that purple candle, Bitcoin dumping. Let me smell your sandals. You got the foot cheese I can't even handle. Outside, I'm lighting the candles with the lighter. You know we got the fire burning. Bitcoin price, are we gonna turn? And are the bulls gonna come back and slap the bears in the face? Will they win the race? Don't be a disgrace. Slap you in your face. And oh my goodness. Looks like we're gonna start to dump. Yo, we got $400,000 on the short right now. $400,000 on the short. Yeah, yeah. You know what? I can't rap over this beat. I can't rap over this beat. No, I can't. Let's see. We're loose in the box, baby. Yeah. Oh yeah, baby, we losing the box. Bitcoin dumping like a fox, wearing red socks. You know we only got the clots cause I punched you in the head and now you're dead. My trade's only in the green, baby, never in the red. Jason Casper, you know that I'm the trading master. Get on the treadmill and make it go faster. Are we gonna make profit or disaster? Fire it up, cock it, and then you blast her, kaboom! We blasting straight to the moon, the Bitcoin price coming out, you know we go boom in the room, then the car goes zoom. Hopefully we don't eat a prune, cause you know prunes got mad fiber. And let me tell you, it makes you wider. Also makes you gotta dump when the Bitcoin starts to pump. Then we coming out, we're orange, just like Donald Trump. Now the beat drops, listen to the nice spot. Jason Casper hit the top, looking like a juicy fox, wearing those purple socks. Candles coming down, next thing you know we hit the Glock with the clock. Then we start to dump, Bitcoin price like Donald Trump. We got the pillows, inside the house we go to sleep. Bitcoin price got me on my feet. And as I'm talking about this, I gotta ask a question. Will the Bitcoin price change direction? Will we dump like an inverse erection? I have to sit down and have some reflection, yeah. Let me put the weighted vest back on. Wow, Jason Casper sings a rap, I gotta sing the song. Hopefully it don't knock the headphones off my ears. Now sit back and listen, my dear. Yeah, I'm putting it on as Jay Casper sings the Bitcoin song. Hopefully it goes right and not wrong. Gotta put my hat back on the throng. Here we go, we're dumping down. Can you even hear the sound of the Bitcoin price about to go into the ground? Jay Casper on the treadmill, acting like a clown. We got the weighted vest, cause you know it burns calories. You know that is best. You could eat whatever you want every day and still have a six-pack abs all the way. It's the cheat code. Purple box, we losing it now. Oh man, we're dumping, baby. We're dumping. Yeah, we dumping. Yeah, we dumping. Yeah, we dumping. Yeah. Here we go, Jason Casper about to dump the Bitcoin price. You know, I ain't very nice, but we coming out looking like some black beans and rice. We eat every day, you gotta pay the price when you're out on the treadmill. In the garden digging with the spade going uphill. In the place looking at your face with the tread still. You know we never do it race with the Ged Mill. Here we go, the same thing every day. Jason Casper on the treadmill getting paid. I'm super hungry, I'm eating from these trades. And you know I give it to you straight, you know I never give it gay. But we coming down, breaking support, the Bitcoin bears. You know they about to get hoard. Talking about the Bitcoin bulls, they snort like the pigs. You know we gotta go tortillas. We're eating soft shell tacos. Bitcoin price, the Roccos. Yeah, you know we stackos like outside with the seat tape, with the knockos, yeah. Jay Casper, he's babbling out the mouth. Don't even know what he's saying, like the thing is going south. To the north, to the east, to the west, he does it best. Outside, baby, you never take a rest. We're on the treadmill, we're walking all day. How many steps? 30K. That's what you gotta do to stay fly. Jay Casper, the super rich white guy out here. You know I'm rapping, getting it in. Acting like my skin has so much melanin. But I'm just a white boy, baby, where do I begin? Outside looking at the hair on my chin. Gotta shave the beard off, get the razor. The Bitcoin's on fire, such a blazer. You light it up, next thing you know, you gaze her. She's looking so good, don't for change her. Alright, enough of that. Enough of that, my goodness. Yeah, Alex, so you gotta record a beatbox for us, man. Alex O needs to record a beatbox for me to rap over. All right. 70K looking good for a scalp long, says Divine Hood. Let's see, where's 70K? Let's pull a fib here. Hang on, let's refresh this actually. Let's refresh this actually. Oh, nice. $70K, nice scalp. All right, nice scalp from $70K, baby. Yeah, you know, I give it straight. I never give it to you gay. Yeah, Alex O, man. God bless you, Alex O. God bless Alex O. All right. Not to be confused with Wendy O. All right. Yeah, around town didn't know I was white. I know. I know. No one knows that. Okay. Guys, what do I think about testing golden pocket in the 1 hour time frame? Yeah, that's what I was about to actually look at next here. Let's pull our fib from the low to the high. And we're going to come down to around 70K. That's Divine Hood's level. Yeah, I think it's nice. I think it's nice. I think it could possibly be nice. That could also be, let's be honest here, that's our next last chance for a long trade. This right here. All right, this is our next last chance. Our next last chance for a long. The egg code is code, by the way. Shout out to Crypto Coons. God bless you, man. All right, guys. I gotta head out. It's been 2 hours. I love you. God bless you in Jesus' name. And Lord willing, I'll see everyone tomorrow. Peace.